So why Nakisa again? We really did not consider other partners when we made the decision to ultimately go to the cloud. We did an internal assessment as to whether Nakisa Cloud was really the right path forward for us. And we believe that with the stability factor as well as the enhancements that the solution was providing, that it definitely made sense for us just to continue forward. All of the items that I talked about at the very beginning are inherent in the cloud solution as well, in terms of accurate calculations, enhanced disclosure reporting, the interaction and integration between Nakisa and the SAP system. The one big change, which is that when we made the decision to go to the cloud, we had to make a decision with respect to whether or not we wanted to stay integrated with fixed assets or if we wanted to decouple from the fixed asset module. We chose to decouple from the fixed asset module. And honestly, I think that has also been the right decision for JBS. It has reduced a lot of the complexities that we had between that three-way reconciliation and the direct connection between the subledger and the general ledger. It's one for one and allows more flexibility in managing any issues or any transactions that reside between the two applications. There's also enhanced functionality with respect to the translation components. We also did a mini redesign of some of our chart of accounts as part of our upgrade project, and the migration allowed for that in a seamless fashion. There was no way that we were going to be able to make the changes that we needed when we were coupled with fixed assets or when we were on the on-prem solution. It just did not allow for that flexibility to be able to update the master data. And then the big piece is that bulk action, the ability to upload new company codes with respect to lease information as well as master data, and then the validation. So that validation is it's paramount. It has saved a tremendous amount of time on the administration side to know that you're going to have errors before you load the data. So the audit checks preload have been key for us, as well as then the ability to move contracts systemically through the process when you have an acquisition, as opposed to having to key them one by one. And then the automated postings and job schedulers. Two other big benefits in moving forward, the report scheduler, as well as the ability to have what I would call a reporting variant or predefined selection criteria that you can leverage month after month, as opposed to selecting all of the different reporting options each period. Again, just time savings from an end user perspective. So once a transaction is recorded in Nakisa assets, it's immediately recorded in SAP GL. Whereas before you had to go through the asset layer in order to see the end result in the general ledger. So it's a more direct communication. There's much more ease in reconciliation. You're able to spot issues and errors much quicker. And now it allows for a two-way reconciliation as opposed to a three-way reconciliation. So Nakisa is in essence replacing your fixed asset system. From a leasing perspective, you still have all of your inventory reports as it relates to a lease portfolio. It's just from Nakisa as opposed to the fixed asset reports. The other piece is the posting bot. So the posting bot allows for a dual communication between Nakisa sending information to SAP and then SAP sending information back to Nakisa. This also existed in our prior version, but the posting bot or the JE bot, as it's called, is much more stable and much more reliable in terms of items not getting stuck. Nakisa is very quick to respond in terms of providing a script or a fix if something were to get stuck in your environment. And it doesn't require taking the system down or offline. It just requires putting like a mini patch or a mini script that then also follows through our change control process. But it's very robust in terms of that dual communication. The periodic posting report is an invaluable part of our closing process today. And that allows us to see the status of every posting item, whether it's a payment, an accrual posting, or depreciation posting, and what status it's in by contract. You can see if it's internally posted or externally posted, or if it's failed. So you can isolate and pinpoint issues immediately versus having to wade through transactions in the asset side like we had to before. So our migration and decoupling from fixed assets has been a very favorable experience for us.